I played Palworld for 5 hours to answer one question. Is it worth your time? Now, I played quite a bit when it first came out in early access, but I haven't really touched it in quite a while, so I'm going in with fresh eyes. We're going to see how it is from the start so I can give you that perspective. This is the first 5 hours of Palworld 1.0. I chose the normal difficulty and didn't mess with any of the custom settings to play the game as intended by the devs. We start off with a very robust character creator, a lot of options. Reminds me of Ark Survival if you ever played that game. We spawn in and are guided by missions to activate fast travel, which teaches you how that works. And you get a tech point, which is how you unlock things in this game. As you level up, you get multiple points and you can choose which things you want to unlock. Then, right to grinding. I hope you love it because there's going to be a lot of it in this game. I did find a couple of graphical issues like this grass pop-in, and I looked it up, and the way you fix it is by going to your graphics settings and you change the grass details down to high, you apply it, you go back out there, and it's fixed. And after that, you can go back to your settings and you can change it back to epic if you'd like. So really the first hour or so of this game, you're kind of getting set up, you're crafting your basic tools, as with any survival game. So I have my stone axe, and I'm going to run over to some trees, and we'll be able to get some more wood to start building up a base. One other minor graphical qualm, and the menu screens, your character is low FPS, and it just annoys me a little bit. The game does get bonus points though, because the tools are actually on your back, they don't just magically disappear. So we craft up a couple Pal spheres, and we go to catch our first Pal. Come here, boy. Don't run from me. What are the odds? Oh. This game also gets mad bonus points for having cute pals and letting you pet them. You're able to summon them and have them be in the world with you, and you can command them to attack, defend, or be peaceful, whatever you want. Okay. Sick animations. Oh my gosh. Okay, alright, relax. After some more exploring and some classic Breath of the Wild climbing, we find an area and we get our first base set up. Takes forever. Let's go window, wall. Yeah. Now my immediate thoughts were, that took way too long to build myself. Let me go get some pals to help me do that next time. And every pal has work skills that they're able to do around the base. I was looking for handiwork specifically because that helps you build things. Now with my boys pulled up, building things has become much more efficient. But now we gotta feed them. And guess what? Planting seeds takes like 40 years. So I said, screw that. Let's go find some guy who can plant these seeds for me. Please. Yeah. Planting level 2 and farming. I also found this little freak right here. Look at that guy. And you can build workstations for your pals. Right here we're constructing a rock mining station where they can mine rocks, and I've already built a lumber station on the left of this. We can also build a hang glider parachute. And as you explore, you can find missions. You get main missions and side missions, both of which give you XP, which are important for unlocking those technologies from earlier. Going into this new playthrough, I decided I wasn't going to do any research or look at any guides for which pals are the best or which places to build your bases, because that takes away a sense of whimsy and exploration. It's fun to find a new pal you haven't seen before, capture it, and see what it does. If you just look up a tier list of the best pals for your base, you end up missing out on so much of the game. I just think it's really important to make decisions on your own and not follow a guide for everything you do. Use a pal because it looks cool or you just like it. Don't use the meta. Like this frog guy. Look at him. Anyways, back to the game. I got jumped by a squad of Depressos, and I made sure to capture one and then kill their leader, as you should. Honestly, I really enjoy this game's combat. You fight alongside your pals, and you can use ranged weapons or melee weapons. You have a ton of options. It's really everything you would want from a true open world Pokemon game. Back to exploring, we find some old man that gives us sort of the end game goal of the game, and that's to get to this mysterious tree in the distance. It was there in early access, but not accessible, just kind of showed off in the distance as a teaser, so I'm excited to get there and see what's going on. Back to the base, our pals had been getting a little stressed out because I had been working them so hard, so I made them this nice hot spring where they can relax in their free time. You can also find dungeons out in the world, and they're fairly linear. You kind of just run from the start to the end, and you can gather materials along the way and catch some cool pals, and there's a boss at the end. There's also a syndicate gang around the Palworld, and they are super evil. They capture pals and leave them in cages like animals, you know, and so we can kill them and free the pal that they had captured. That old guy from earlier told us that the syndicate group set up a base at a nearby tower and they're reigning over the area. Their leader's daughter, Zoe, is in that tower, and they would have the answers for how to get to that tree, so we're going to go talk to her to figure out what's going on. But first, he tells us we gotta up our firepower a little bit. So we capture a Fox Sparks, which is a fire fox of sorts, and we craft a Fox Sparks harness and get our very own flamethrower. With the power of friendship, we build a furnace to help upgrade some tools before we undergo the tower, and this is what I love about this game. Check this out. You have a furnace, and I can't operate it, but I have a firefox who is perfectly capable of smelting my ingots for me. That's awesome. Having your base be a kind of showcase for all the pals you've captured and found so far is just a really cool way to remind the player the progression they've made and how far they've come. Now that we're geared up, we head to the tower and we initiate our first boss battle. We use our flamethrower to cook them a little bit, and we have our Daydream there that's always out. That's her ability. So with 2 pals and my new bow that I crafted that shoots 3 arrows, we're able to take him down. Boom. After defeating Zoe, she reveals that there are 8 total towers around the map, and each one has a key sphere which is needed to get to that tree that we saw earlier. There's also a lot of just quality of life features in this game. Like when you're on a rideable pal, you can do everything that you can do while you're walking. You can catch them, you can mine, you can pick things up, everything. At this point, I'm about 4 hours into this world, so I know I only have 1 hour left for this review, so I spent some time exploring and crafting new things. Like I got this grappling hook, and when I combine that with my hang glider, hey, that's a pretty cool movement tech to get around much quicker. And there really is something about seeing all of your pals working at your base that just feels so satisfying. With my last few minutes, I found a dungeon, which has a boss inside it, and of course you can capture the bosses as well. So taking out these guys, capturing him, we got ourselves a new Pin King. And you best believe we put that guy right to work. He's got Mining 3, which is great for gathering rocks, and he's got several other good traits, like watering this farm. So with that, it brings our first 5 hours to a close, and I had a really great time. I'm definitely hooked. The gameplay loop of find a pal, gather more resources, get better at gathering resources, it's fun. And I loved Pokemon as a kid, so this is definitely doing a little bit of nostalgia for me that might not be done for everyone, but I hope I've shown you what the first 5 hours looks like, and you can decide if you want to play this game or not. I definitely think it's worth your time. Give it a shot, and thanks for watching.